Hi everyone, it is the final night of the regular season in the JSBL. We have a big one, an important matchup right now between RKE Athletic and the Intern Helpers to decide who will get third place in this year's JSBL's playoff seeding. Hi everyone, Danny Zerski, we welcome you into the booth alongside Alec Krauthamel and Alec. Both of these teams really needing this win, and we saw this matchup last week, and we saw how dangerous the Intern Helpers could be.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this was the 1 versus 8 matchup last year in the playoffs as well. And even then, Intern Helpers took RKE Athletic down to the wire. So, yeah, both these teams play really hard. Our Intern Helpers in particular on the defensive end, but they've also got a boost offensively tonight. They'll have Chris Smith tonight playing in his first action of the year. So, I mean, we know what he can do on the floor. He's a terrific shot maker. So, he'll definitely give some kind of offensive boost in addition to some of the options they already have for tonight.
Smith starting tonight right off the rip in his first JSBL game of the season. And on the other end for RKE, they're without a lot of key pieces tonight.
Yeah, no Kyle Cardacci, no Jack Collins in the backcourt. Definitely hurts there. They have some solid front court depth. I mean, you know, looking at some of the guys that they do have, they have Dane Moran, AJ Sumbry as well, and Shaq Scott, so a pretty solid front court. But they also have another addition as well. Nico Gillette making his first appearance this season, I believe, so definitely a boost there. So I'm sure Gillette's going to have a lot of responsibilities offensively, in addition to guys like Moran who have been here for a while.
A welcome addition tonight. Moran and Lions to jump for it. RK Intern Helpers, first game of the final night of the regular season is underway. Ball on the ground. Here's Moran. He threw it right to Standback, and a quick turnover for RK. Here's Salnave. Jitterbug to the lane. No, and the rebound and putback is put in by Josh Treadwell, wearing number 22 tonight. And Dane Moran answers right back. Here's Chris Smith. Spent a lot of time at Louisville and fires on a 3 and hits.
Hey, we know he can just pull up and rise up from anywhere. A really strong player in Israel as well throughout a lot of his career, and he's a guy that Intern Helper is going to count on as a pure shooter tonight.
Here's Dent, boogie forward to the rack, no good, rebounded by Chris Smith. Here's Treadwell. Up top, Intern only has 6 on the floor, 6 tonight. RKE playing with a little bit deeper. Actually, they only have 6 as well. Here's a 3, it's up and no good for Armstrong. A rebound, Lions comes in to soar and corral it. Salnave drives, kicks out. Lion, extra pass, stand back, right wing 3 is up and no good. A rebound, Treadwell had it for a second and it was poked out by RKE.
Yeah, a couple of wide open guys out on the perimeter. Usually don't see that in terms of having not only 1 but 2 guys that are left open. Lions not the best three-point shooter, gives it off to Standback. And he couldn't get that one, but definitely something to watch.
Standback open for 3 and hits. This time from the left wing.
Yeah, once again, you got to look out for him. He can create from the perimeter, a bunch of different angles. He's got some good size at the wing spot. Really dangerous.
They get it down low. Moran finishes. He's got 4. Intern Helpers enters this final night of the regular season. If they win tonight, a chance to end up with the number 2 seed. If RKE wins, they'd be in position to potentially grab a number 3. They're currently sitting in the 5th spot. Intern Helpers in the 1, but they won't stay at the 1 tonight, considering that Seaview Jeep and Stearns, they'll be playing for the regular season championship. Here's Treadwell, pull up mid-range is pure, and it's 10-4.
Yeah, Treadwell exploded in the scoring column in his last game out against RKE Athletic. Had a really strong end of the first quarter and helped take over that game and swing it in Intern Helper's direction.
Moran driving, blocked by Lions down low. Salnave comes away with the rebound. Here comes the Intern Helper in fast break. Standback drives, fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 after the shot doesn't go. Standback is another guy that plays for the Jersey Shore Breaks, and he has really impressed in his season at the JSBL. So Standback's got 2. First one is in. Standback has played a lot of places. Played at Keensburg High School, Camden CC, Tri-State Admirals, running Rebels in Belize, is Tago as he hits the second free throw in Kosovo, and also played for Rahoveche. Probably butchered that, but he's played a lot of places and a lot of basketball experience, and he's been awesome as that one does not go. It was fired up by Denzel Banks. Treadwell drives, shot no good, rebounded by Armstrong. Armstrong really has to focus on limiting the turnovers if RKE has to win tonight, and right on cue, they get a turnover here. Chris Smith wide open, feeds down low to the layup for Josh Treadwell, and right now, Intern Helpers lead by 10.
Yeah, good adjustment in midair by Chris Smith. Saw he had an opening down low and just fired the pass as everyone was focused on him shooting.
Here's Armstrong, drive, left-handed layup, no good. And an offensive foul, a loose ball foul will go on Dane Moran.
And that's his second already in just the opening 3 minutes. And it looks like Shaq Scott will come in. So, I mean, if there is one area tonight, even though they only have, it looks like, 8 guys now, if there is an area that RKE Athletic has some more depth, it's at the big spot with Scott and Moran and Sunbury, but obviously still not great depth there. And not great when your top players picks up fouls.
As Lyons finishes on the alley-oop. And at what point, if you're RKE, do you call a timeout? And I think Sean Gallagher is going to call for one right now.
Or not.
You saw a motion for it.
Yeah, I think Armstrong waved them off.
And they turn it over again. Here's Standback. Has an open Smith. They swing it to the left wing. Into the corner. Treadwell open with a 3. He hits. And here comes, no timeout. That's actually a 2. And it's 18-4. Now they take it. RKE in all sorts of disarray to start this game. Intern Helpers out of the gate fast. They lead it 18-4. We'll take a timeout. Six minutes to play here in this first quarter. Danny Zerski, Alec Crowtham, RKE in all sorts of disarray, trailing by 14.
Yeah, turnovers. They just aren't able to free up some good looks in the passing lane, haven't been totally accurate there. And when you're turning the ball over, you're not only obviously not scoring, but you're giving the opposing team a lot of opportunities, and Intern Helpers has taken advantage of those opportunities.
Forward off on a 3. Stand back, pull up deep, 3-pointer, off the rim, no good. Here's an open look. Rising and firing and hitting is Denzel Banks, and boy, did they need that. Cuts the lead to 12 with 5:20 to play here in this first. Here's Treadwell, and Banks commits a foul. Number 3 on RKE. First on Banks. Treadwell swings it to stand back on the right wing. Turns around, fires, and off on a 2. Banks drives, kicks out, and then it's denied. Tried to, with the one leg pull up, here's a pull up for Smith, too strong at the back of the rim. Both teams with back-to-back misses as a 3 is up and no good for Boogie Ford. Salnave commands the rebound. Treadwell Dumps it to Smith on the baseline, who fires off the glass. Shot no good. He gets his own miss and is able to finish that time.
Yeah, used the baseline to his advantage, kind of shut the defender out and forced him over towards, tore it back away from the basket and had that advantage. Just went up with it, missed the first time, but because of that positioning he got, put him in a prime spot to get the board.
Everything easy so far for the Intern helpers. RKE has struggled to just scratch across 6 points. Here's a three. It's up and no good. That time Sumbry missed. Smith the other way. Swings it. Salnev left wing triple is pure. And it's a 17-point lead in this first quarter.
Yeah, a lot of three-point shooting as well, something that we haven't seen from Intern helpers as one of their biggest strengths, but they are knocking down the three-point ball tonight.
And you have to respect the dribble penetration. And when you can drive and pressure inside with the driving, it's going to lead to easy looks. Like that, as we have our timeout on the floor. 3:46 to play here in this first quarter. Intern helpers leading by 17. RKE, Ty Armstrong at the foul line with 3:46 to play here in this first quarter. RKE trailing by now 16. But it's really been a theme of nothing has come easy for RKE in this first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. They've kind of mixed between a few different defensive coverages, and they've just kind of thrown off the rhythm of RKE Athletic, and especially when you're down two of your better playmakers in Kyle Cardesi and Jack Collins, it just makes your job that much harder for an offense.
And guys that really haven't played together all that much too. As Smith, layup no good. And then you're playing a team that these guys all play pro-ly together, so it's totally a mismatch as Sumbry tried to finish, shot no good, and then they turn it over after they get the second chance.
And not only that, these guys have all played, these guys for a lot of the season have been here at these games for the Intern helpers.
Moran will check back in. Gillette checks out. We don't have intel on who number 23 is for RK. We'll get you that shortly. Here's Treadwell. Swings it, stand back, pull up, triple, no, rebound by number 23. Oh, RK almost turned it over again. Pull up Jay for Banks, no good. Moran has a rebound for a second, and then it was ripped away from him, and that one last touch by RKE, so it'll stay with the Intern helpers after they lost the ball. 23-8, final 3 minutes of this first quarter. Here's Treadwell. Last game's play of the game for Intern. He'll drive. Oh, nice kick out. Smith will fire on a three, and no.
I thought that was in.
I thought that was in too. That's why I stopped for a second. As the floater off the glass, no good. They get it out to Banks now. Scott dumping it down low. Moran the finish. RKE getting a couple stops and some baskets. They've cut it to 13. Lions, this is a 2 and it's no good. Not really his game. Here's Ford. Up top, Scott rises, fires, and hits on a mid-range.
Yeah, just now able to get some offensive flow going. Scott got around the screen and had an opening and fired. He's more of an interior guy usually, but that was a much-needed basket for RKE.
Oh, beautiful look at a dunk. Treadwell sets up stand back, and you got to stand back when he's in the lane. 25-12. Here's a look inside. Shot no good, but a foul. So that'll send. We'll find out the name when Dave puts him out there to us. For 2. Lyons picks up his first foul. Nico Gillette at the line. Gillette normally wears that number 11, but that number has been taken by Dan Singleton. So wearing the famous 23, which was been worn by the 2 best players to ever play this game of basketball, and Jordan and LeBron. Here's Smith, lobbing it up, and a finish.
Oh my goodness.
It's a poster.
His head was above the rim.
What a finish. There's a jump hook, shot no good for Ford. Gillette the rebound. 27-14 to score. They dump it down low. Moran with his back to the basket. Spins, floats one up off the glass, no good. Rebound. That's going to be a loose ball foul on RKE.
Yeah, it looks like they'll get Scott on the clear. Kind of used a little bit too much of the arm contact against Ray Salnave.
Can't do that, as Armstrong will check in for Boogie Ford. Banks will check out as well. So Scott and Sunbury on the floor at the same time. Both played at Wagner. Here's Standback. Scott Moran on him. Will pull for 3. Shot no good. Rebounded Gillette. Ripped it out of the air. Gillette trying to run the floor, and he turns it over. Standback, wide open lane to the hoop, the left-handed finish. Nice dunk for Standback. Here's Gillette. A foul on the Intern helpers. That'll be 2 because it's over the penalty. Second on Salnave. Can't be, if you're Salnave, you have to be very careful with how you defend this next quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to risk picking up that 3rd foul in the first half, because then you can't play it all no matter when it is.
Not even that, but with the thinness that the Intern helpers are working with tonight, you have to be ultra careful. Down some of their key players. No Ahmad Biggins tonight, as they're also without other key contributors. Here's Smith. Ball on the ground. Gillette comes away with the steal. He's got a head of steam to the rim, and he tried to throw it down. Was fouled. Man, did Gillette have some dangerous intentions there.
Yeah, RKE's defense has definitely played better in these last few possessions. The offense still hasn't totally found its groove yet, but they're getting to the basket a whole lot more and obviously drawing some free throws. I mean, now it's just a matter, now not to cut you off, now it's just a matter of getting that offense to catch up, knocking down some jumpers, and keeping control of the ball.
I mean, considering how bad this quarter started, it was 23-6 at one point, and it led us to a timeout. If I'm RKE and I'm Coach Sean Gallagher, you know what? I don't feel as bad that you were able to at least cut into the lead a little bit before the quarter closes, as they missed both free throws. And then that's number 3 in Moran.
Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Moran was apoplectic at that call, but it looks like they got whoever he was boxing out on the foul.
So Moran ends up going to the lines. And again, it isn't a night at the JSBL if someone isn't angry with the officials.
It isn't a night of basketball if someone's not angry at the officials.
And these 2 officials especially, these are the 2 officials that kicked out Larry Marshall last week and kicked out Marquel Hardiman. As Moran fires and hits. And RKE's only down by 10. Salnave's got to get it up. Does he get it off in time? Yes, but the shot's no good. And that takes us to the end of the first half. first quarter, excuse me. RKE trailing by 10. Start of the second quarter. If I'm RK, you consider that quarter as bad as it was. It could have been a lot worse. Danny Zerski out of crowd Vamel as Treadwell pulls up on a three, hit the backboard, no. Shot, no good, so it'll go back to RKE, and started to mount some stops, and they find themselves down 10 in a quarter where they at one point trail by 17.
Yeah, they definitely had a much better second half of the first quarter on defense in particular.
Gillette, step back, triple, no good.
And they also were able to get downhill. They drew a few fouls in the last couple of minutes, and that really kind of slowed the momentum down for Intern Helpers and got RKE some points on the board from the line.
Treadwell, shot off the glass, no good. And last touched by RKE. So it'll stay with Intern. Fresh 14 on the clock. They tried to get a lob for Lions, and it's going to be a foul on Sumbry.
Yeah, it looked like Lions might have had a step there, so Sumbry just kind of had to do something to stop the easy lob.
They beat him, so that's why it was done. As Salnave drives, feeds Lions. Oh, just a beautiful pass and great positioning by Lions. And once again, that's where playing together outside of this league continues to benefit the Intern Helpers. As that shot from Armstrong, no good. Second from, oh my goodness. Oh, it's out of bounds. That's close. It's tough to see whether he stepped out from our vantage point. 31-19 to score. They get it to Gillette on the inbound, on the baseline. He drives, flips one up and in. Nice shot for Gillette.
Yeah, since he's come into this game, he's taken on a lot more on-ball responsibilities on offense as the primary creator, and that time just used his strength and got right downhill.
Treadwell goes behind the back, drives, goes up with the left, shot no good, but a foul. And that's number 2 on Sumbry.
And that's 2 in just a matter of 90 seconds here.
Not even.
Yeah, not even, yeah, in probably less than a minute if I had to guess here in this second quarter.
So Treadwell for 2. Was 4 or 6 in that first quarter at 8 points. Adds to his point total here with the first free throw. Banks in 4, check back in for Scott and Morant. Treadwell second at 2, free throws is good, he hits both. 12-point lead for RKE. 12-point deficit, excuse me. Bogey, that's Gillette, high, arcing shot, no good. Rebound forward, he missed, and they'll call a foul.
They'll get Salnave, that's his third.
Salnave not happy. And and this is where you get some inconsistency of different refs. They are not letting them play tonight. So it's now on the players to kind of adjust.
Yeah, absolutely.
To how this game's being called. Scolette. Ford, it's the first shot. Hits both, and it's a 10-point game. Treadwell with it. Gets it down low on the block to Chris Smith. With his back to the basket. Swings up top. Stand back. Feeds Lions. An open look for three is pure. And again, open looks are hurting RKE on the defensive end right now.
Really well-timed ball fake by Standback to get the flyby, and then just found an open man after Treadwell's defender had to rotate over to come over to Standback to make sure he doesn't put it up.
Wild shot by Sumbry, and that's another foul. They're going to get this one on Lions. That's his second.
And again, not a lot of depth for intern helpers tonight. Only 6 guys. Emmett Hall, the only guy available off the bench.
Do you see a lot there that warranted the foul call?
It didn't have a great angle at it. I think there was definitely some contact before he went up with it. And if that was the continuation, I don't think it's a bad call per se. But definitely a bit of a tighter whistle so far tonight. And you know, sometimes it's okay. That's just how officials can officiate how they see the game.
Here's a step back three. Treadwell no good, but Lions the foot pack and the follow. 13-point game. Gillette drives in, puts one up, no good, and that's number 3 on Lions.
Yeah, we're seeing Gillette with his strength just go straight down, put his head down, go straight to the basket. And he's just able to get Lions in the air, loses his verticality, and Lions comes down on him. And now 2 guys on intern helpers with 3 fouls.
I mean, this is as ticky-tack as it gets right now.
I thought that one was more. I thought that one was definitely more of a foul than some of the ones that we've seen. But yeah, it's kind of the accumulation is what the frustration can be sometimes.
I mean, there's 7:29 left to go in the first half, excuse me, and there's already 3 players with 3 fouls. I mean, refs are totally trying to make this game about themselves. Here's Treadwell. Backs down. Banks, and that one last touched by Ford as it went out of bounds. Treadwell will have it under the basket. They get it to Smith. Has his back to the basket. Turns, falls away. Shot no good. Rebounded by Nico Gillette. Banks, open look for 3. It's Armstrong, and it's down. And the lead's back to single digits. Treadwell spins. Takes it to the block. Finds Salnave up top. Here's Standback. Makes his move. Fires up a shot. Got it to go. And they're going to get a loose ball foul on Armstrong. No, that's a...
So it looks like they had the... They called the foul on Chris Smith, but it was after the basket had already gone down, still counted anyways.
I mean, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
I didn't really see what was going on down there because I was more focused on, obviously the ball, so I couldn't tell, if that was a good call or what.
Someone's got to take away these whistles. Gillette getting pressured by Salnave. Salnave's got to be careful, and Gillette airball, but right there for the rebound and put back, and another foul call, and it's Shaq Scott.
And they got Lions. That's his 4th.
Oh, this is come on.
Gillette just left that layup short, but good job by Scott tracking it down, just going right back up with it. Used the ball fake as well, and now Emmett Hall will check into the game for the first time, and Lions has to take a seat for a while now, probably for the rest of this half.
I mean, And this is just, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be calling out, but this is just blasphemous refereeing right now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, sometimes it's just how you see the game and how you call it. If you kind of have a tighter whistle, you don't want it to be as physical, then, yeah, it's up to everyone else to adjust.
But again, and part of it is Lions' fault, but how many times are you going to keep calling fouls? And they lob it up, and Gillette couldn't finish, but Ford the follow. Here's Treadwell. Drives in, spins, fires one up and in with the left hand. Nice shot there for Treadwell.
It's a much-needed bucket. RKE had all of the momentum right there, but Treadwell just goes right back to work and gets the 2 and right back to a 7-point lead.
They have not had an answer for him. Off with the shot is RKE, and Chris Smith able to finish. Perfect positioning. Banks kicks out, corner, Banks 3 is up and no good. Long rebound and a long pass up top. A 3 is off for Gillette. Smith, stand back, hope, rise, fire, and hit on a 3. And just when you thought RKE had all the momentum, it goes right back to intern helpers.
Absolutely. It's getting out in transition and finding some openings. That's exactly what they did here. Good outlet pass from Chris Smith. Found Standback, and we know what he can create from the perimeter.
Oh, nice pull up for Armstrong. Cuts the lead to 10. Smith, Armstrong went for the steal. Smith falls away, and jumper is good. Timeout RKE. 4:38 to play here in half number 1. RKE and intern helpers, intern leading by 12. We welcome you back, JSBL action, and the lead had been cut to 5, but again, the intern helpers just have an answer right now for everything RKE's thrown at them. They lead by 12. Here's Gillette, spins, falls away, high arcing shot off the glass and in.
That was just pure strength from Gillette. Him and Chris Smith were battling down low in the post, and then he used his momentum to fall away, and that was a nice kiss off the glass.
Gillette's been the best offensive player tonight as Smith takes one in the rack, and there not a foul called. Scott was saved by Banks. Here's Gillette. They get it to Ford. Scott comes up for the screen. Ford spins. Has it down low, drives, puts one up off the glass. No good, hit the rim. Here's Treadwell. Put us back to everyone. Finds Salnave, who rises, fires, is off on a 3, but rebound comes right back to him. He did an excellent job of following his miss.
Yeah, that's all effort from Ray Salnave. Knew the shot was just a little bit off, followed it off the angle, and he's rewarded. Nobody was even close to him to box him out.
That is just excellent right there. Here's a shot, rising and firing. Scott gets it to go. 51-41 to score. Treadwell drives and finishes. Where would they be right now without him?
Maybe not even in the lead, I'll tell you that. But, yeah, they're going to have to continue to rely on him as one of those guys that can just take it to the basket and fire it.
Scott backs down Smith, and a foul. I think that's going to be number 3 on Smith. Just a second on Smith. At this rate, everyone on the intern helpers is going to end up with 6 fouls. Scott's first one is up and good. That should be a point of emphasis in that halftime huddle, is that they got to get the contact under control, because their best ability, which is their ability to play physical, is kind of being stripped of them right now. Here comes a screen from Salnave on Smith. Smith to Salnave on the left wing. Salnave's going to drive in and have that one denied by Gillette. Off of him, out of bounds, with 7 to shoot on the shot clock.
Nice defense by Gillette. It seemed like Salnave had him for a step, but Gillette with a nice recovery and just kind of hung in the air and blocked that shot.
Here's Treadwell off the inbound. 2:30 to play here in half number 1. Treadwell drives in, and a shot clock violation.
Yeah, I don't think he realized how much time was left. Only had 7 seconds to work with. Probably could have put up a shot at one point when he was kind of crossing up there and just wasn't able to get something to fall.
So RKE a chance to once again cut the lead to single digits. In a half where, as bad as the start was, since Intern started the game on a 23-6 run, RKE's outscored Intern 37-30. As we have another foul called. This is getting ridiculous.
It looks like they'll get Smith, and that will be his third. It looked like he was poking at the ball as Gillette was backing up in the post. Couldn't tell for sure if he got contact on the wrist, but that's a gamble I don't know if you want to make in a situation.
This has maybe been the slowest first half we've played all year. There's been an exorbitant amount of whistles. And intern helpers might run into a little bit more trouble as this game runs on. I think if the way you're managing it right now, and as much as you don't want to get these guys to foul out, as that one off Smith doesn't go. I think what you do, as there's a discussion here, is
Boogie Ford was adamant that it should be his team's ball.
And it is 53-44 RKE ball.
Yeah, now a chance here to close another quarter strong.
Here's Scott, drives and finishes. And he's cut the lead to 7. RKE could find themselves leading at the end of this half. Here's Smith, backs down. Boogie Ford and gets the foul call. So with all these guys in foul trouble right now, you remember, one of them is going to end up fouling out. Do you sacrifice someone like an Emmett Hall and have him pick up the 6 so you can keep your other guys in the game?
I mean, I don't know if you can strategize like that if it's like, because Hall doesn't have any, I don't believe.
No.
So, and also it doesn't look like he's, it's not like he's fully in the weeds defending the rim like Lyons was. He's more in space.
As Smith hits on a big 3.
Obviously, you don't want to, be kind of not intentionally fouling, but like trying to foul.
No, but it is a creative idea. If you don't want any of your other guys to be out of this game, a standback couldn't hit on a 3.
It's an interesting strategy for sure because, yeah, like you said, once you're down to only 5 guys, they're not going to foul out. It'll only be technical free throws.
As Hall on the alley-oop. Beautiful. Another great pass from Chris Smith.
And once again, intern helpers responding to a potential rally from RKE Athletic by getting in transition and finding some openings.
Scott swings up top. Ford, Gillette drives in with 45 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Banks, rises, fires, and once again hits. Banks has played a strong first half. Smith, pull up deep, three-pointer is pure. And again, Intern helpers closing this second quarter strong. Gillette, they can hold for the final shot. Gillette drives in, bumps his way, finishes at the rim, and they turn it over, and then a foul.
They're going to say it was on RKE, the foul.
Wow. So that's free throws.
That is.
Second on Scott.
Yeah, a little bit too risky there going for the poke at the ball. Got a little bit too much body contact there, and with 2 seconds left, that's a tough way to give up 2 potential points at the line to end the half.
Yeah. I mean, with how tight this game's been going, I'm shocked me and you haven't gotten called for a foul.
We might.
They might tee us up.
Always a chance.
We haven't seen a tee yet, but I'm sure with how this game's going, that's going to be coming in the third or fourth quarter as well, as Treadwell hits them both. They get it in. Ford rises, fires, and could not hit, and that's the half. Intern helpers trying to secure the number 2 seed have opened up a 13-point lead on RKE at the half. We'll be back with you with the start of the third quarter after this on JSBL Hoops. Start of the second half. Danny Zersk, Gala Crowd, Himmel. Intern Helpers 20 minutes away from being the number 2 seed after not winning in a single game. Last year, they've opened up a 13-point lead on RKE Athletic, and really a strong quarter from Josh Treadwell as he fires and misses here. But the thing is, you could say RKE was able to kind of weather the storm. They still lost the second quarter.
Yeah, they did, and that was because Intern was able to close it on a high note.
That shot goes in for RKE. As we don't have a PA announcer right now. Another lob, and ooh, a foul on Lyons. He was oh so close to adding an emphatic old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, and that last play was, Gillette tried to go up. He actually got rejected by the rim, and thankfully Boogie Ford was right there for the offensive rebound. He was able to just put it right back in.
That's what they need more of, offensive rebounds. Remember, when they were going well, they were as dominant as any team we've seen in their time at the JSPL on the offensive board. That hasn't really happened as much as the season's gone on.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's 3 on Sumbry now, so another guy who could be in a little bit of foul trouble. Moran did a pretty good job. He's on the bench to start the second half. He did a pretty good job after he picked up his second foul he only had 1, actually. I could have sworn he got 2, but either way, the story of the first half was foul trouble. I mean, on Intern Helpers, Chris Smith, Ray Salnave with 3, and then Christian Lyons obviously had 4.
So you're in danger of losing any of those 3 throughout the second half. Stand back, jitterbug, fires Smith, long range, no, rebounded by Gillette. He'll take it the other way. Oh, they almost turn it over again. Had 7 in that first half. Intern only turned it over 3 times. Sumbry has it, falling away, jumper's no good.
That was good closeout by Chris Smith, helping over, trying to poke at the ball. It forced Sumbry to lift off the off foot.
Smith fires from deep, no. Rebounded by Denzel Boogie Ford. Ford spins, falls, shot no good. Stand back picks up another rebound. Smith swings it inside, Lions contact, got it to go. And then on the other end, RKE almost turned it over. Banks had it stripped away. Able to get it back. Banks drives, pull up, is pure. Banks had only 4 points in that first quarter. Felt like he had more.
Yeah, and Intern threw a couple of different guys at him on defense in that possession and just did a good job weathering the storm and got some space and knocked it down.
That's a long 2 for Treadwell. It looked like his foot barely hit the line. A little KD action there. And then they turn it over again. 3 on 1. Here's Lyons with dangerous intentions, and he couldn't finish. Here's Gillette the other way, able to finish. And the lead back down to 13 with 7:15 to play here in the third quarter. Smith open for 3, no. And that is a shot. RKE's got to be thanking their lucky stars he didn't make that.
Yeah, miscommunication on defense. Nobody picked him up, and definitely lucky there. He's missed his first 3 shots from the outside here in the third quarter.
6 of 12 in that first half as Sumbry, and that is number 5 on Lions. Ooh.
It looked like Sumbry did beat him to the spot. He did stay vertical, but Sumbry was able to initiate the contact, and it looked like it wasn't a bad call from our vantage point.
But what I will say to that as Sumbry hits the first is that Lions probably shouldn't have even been in that position because Sumbry completely pushed Chris Smith out of the way.
Yeah, it's been a wildly physical game here tonight.
Lions is going to be. Now, what we talked about in that first half, do you consider it a little bit more now? Or?
It's going to take a long time considering Emmett Hall has 0 fouls. But it is something to definitely consider. It's a really fascinating strategy.
As this one gets blocked, comes out to Salnave, who rises, fires, and hits. After the shot fake on it, too. The good thing if you're Intern is that Hall's actually played pretty good tonight. Oh, they almost turn it over. Moran and Armstrong weren't on the same page. Moran getting doubled. They get it out to Sumbry. Jitterbug, shot is good. Beautiful jab step by Sumbry. And then able to finish inside.
And also sold it with the ball fake, got a step, and that kind of sent him towards the basket.
And that's going to be an offensive foul. No, on RKE. It looked like they had said 21 for a second, but they get the foul on RKE. Smith, oh, crafty move there. He'll draw 3.
Yeah, and the hesitation, just kind of used the rip-through move, and he's a savvy veteran. He's been playing a long time all over the place, really, internationally as well as in the United States, and he has made a lot of shots, and he's played a lot of basketball.
So Smith has 3, hits the first.
And I've been really impressed with his playmaking as well. He had 7 assists in that first half. He's just able to find a lot of them on outlet passes, just able to cross the floor. So really impressive showing here for Kerr Smith in his first game action of the year.
He's got 2 at the line here. Banks will check in for Scott. And you talk about, have you ever seen someone pick up 2 fouls in that quick of a time? And Nico Gillette, who just picked up his second?
Yeah, definitely not. Bit of a wrong place, wrong time situation there for him.
When it rains, it pours. Smith hits all 3. It's a 14-point game. Moran sets a screen. It's Gillette on Hall. Now Moran with his back to the basket, lost it. Good pressure from the Intern helpers. Here's Standback. Drives, pulls up from 3, yes. And it's a 17-point game, tying the largest lead of the night.
I thought Standback was going to bring that out and kind of reset the half-court offense, but defense sagging just a little bit, and that's all he needs.
They almost throw it away again. Moran had to struggle to corral it. Armstrong denied by Hall. He gets his miss and puts it back in. Armstrong has just struggled tonight, and then just a 4th turnover for the Intern helpers with 5:10 to play in this third quarter.
I think this is when RKE has to make their run. I mean, they've gotten a couple baskets. They just got to stop right there. I think this is the time to make that run.
Just have to get some stops, and now it's more of the baskets, which at times they struggle to do both tonight. Here's Ford. Swings, drives, and is fouled. And that is on Treadwell, which would only be his second.
I actually get Hall on that one. That's his first.
So it's number 1 on Hall. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back with you after this short break. Halfway through quarter number 3, Boogie Ford at the line. Shooting 2, his first one short. He's got one more. RKE has to find a way to get back into this game before it's too late, as the Intern helpers have continued to play good basketball, and no Josh Lyons, no Christian Lyons, excuse me, no problem, as it's a 14-point game. Standback's had the hot hand in this third quarter. He rises, fires, and hits again. Back to 17. Here's Gillette, got positioning, and that's number 2, and the foul on Emmett Hall.
Yeah, Gillette, since he entered the game late in the first quarter, has taken on the lead ball handler role. He just puts his head down and goes straight to the basket. He's got good strength, some good burst. He has thought about dunking it with one hand a couple times. That time he just settles for the layup.
Really been the only guy that's been able to generate his own looks for RKE in this game, and he's got that one to go. And a question would be, where would they be without him?
Yeah, definitely not close to within 14 points.
As Treadwell gets around him for a second, swings it out. Salinave, open look from 3, no, rebound. Comes out to Armstrong, who turns it over almost. They get it back as Moran is fouled, and I believe that's number 3 on Emmett Hall.
Well, they might be unintentionally employing your strategy right now. That's 3 fouls in a matter of 2 minutes.
I love when I'm right. As Moran's got 2 at the line. And that, I mean, they're targeting the paint, and that's really been the only way RKE's been able to score tonight in that first half. Just 1 of 10 from 3.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to hit from the outside consistently. So they're getting downhill to the basket. Now Nico Gillette will get a rest, and we'll see where some of the offense will come from, whether it's kind of initiated by the duo of Banks and Armstrong getting downhill, or we'll see.
As Moran hits them both. And it's a 12-point game. Here's Smith. Smith fouled again. I believe that's a 3-point attempt as well.
Yeah, once again, the rip through. I mean, Armstrong got his hand up guarding him, and Smith with the veteran tactics just rising up, getting him across the forearm, and that is a foul.
Oh, it's only a 2. But I tell you what, we've seen.
Oh, it is a 3.
Okay, I thought I saw them say 3. Then David goes, no, they're shooting 2. They are shooting 3.
More free. Yeah, 2 more free throws.
Great recovery though.
That smooth, quick on his feet. Yeah.
That's what they should be teaching in improv classes right there. As Smith makes him pay, hits all 3. And very quickly up on Armstrong, and this is probably the smart play. Armstrong drives, pass deflected. It comes to Banks. Banks pull up 2, no, rebound, stand back, controls it. You got to be careful for the pull up with stand back. He tries it here, and this one off. Hall, the rebound. They get it out to Treadwell, who will slow it down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Treadwell lost his dribble, gets it back, floats one up off the glass and in. Excellent scoop layup there. Scott missed on a bunny. And that one went off of the shoe, a stand back right to Chris Smith, who fires and hits on a 3.
And you saw the defensive adjustment for Armstrong, just kind of bringing the hand back and forth, not wanting to risk that rip-through move for another foul. And Smith had just a sliver of an opening, and for Chris Smith, that's just the amount of room that he needs. That's the defensive adjustment that Smith is forcing him to make.
Ball got poked out of the hand, into the hand of Banks. Banks pull up 2, short. Rebound, Treadwell. They get it all the way out to Standback, who's going to drive with dangerous intentions and lay it in.
Yeah, it's kind of, the wheels are starting to fall off for RKE. They just have not been able to get anything going defensively now.
No look pass by Ford to Banks, who was able to finish, and then Banks knocked it out of bounds. And yeah, right away, Nico Gillette back in for Armstrong.
Yeah, he walked out of the gym for a second, but came back in a minute later, so not sure what he was dealing with there, but yeah, he's been their main offensive option, able to get downhill. He's been able to get in the post a lot.
I tell you what, I still can't get over that play as Gillette turns it over, and that's going to be number 4 on Smith.
And they made the defensive adjustment, putting Gillette on him, because Chris Smith, he's a lot to handle when he is off the dribble, because he's got the strength in addition to the shot-making ability.
Everyone in foul trouble for the intern helpers. And RKE's in the bonus. Tell you, we have a chance. I still can't get over that three that Smith hit a couple plays ago where the ball pure-leaded off of Standback's foot. And you hear this giant explosion, and it ends up with Smith, who's able to hit a three from the right corner. You see something new in this league every single night.
Absolutely.
2:20 to play here in this third quarter. Here's Treadwell. Again, being one of the leading scorers for the Intern Helpers. Drives, pulls up, and it's Pure continuing to eat. Gillette spins out of a Smith pressure, drives, and flips one up and off the glass and in.
Yeah, nice job just bouncing off the defense there and keeping his dribble alive, keeping his head up, and finding himself an open opportunity.
Here's Smith. Swings it to Standback, who pulls up from three. That one altered by Gillette. Here comes RKE running a break. It's Banks, who missed on the bunny, but right there for the follow is Gillette. What a difference he's made when he's played in the lineup tonight. Here's Treadwell. Draws Gillette. Directing a screen from Emmett Hall. Now has Sumbry on him. Treadwell drives, kicks out, pass deflected. Out to Smith, who pulls up and knocks down a three. He has been sensational tonight.
It's good effort on the defensive end from RKE, but an unlucky bounce finds Chris Smith, who was open for a couple seconds there on the possession in the corner, and got his look and knocked it down.
Another foul. I believe that is Treadwell. No, it's Emmett. I honestly don't know who that is.
It looks like Treadwell at the 22.
It is Treadwell. See, they don't face us, and they don't tell us who commits the foul.
It's so inconvenient for us. How will we ever go on?
I don't know. Like, I'm a Monmouth guy. I've been trained to seeing both of the officials come over, glance at the scorer's table, and glance at us. And that doesn't really happen in this league.
At Ocean First Bank, right?
Yes, First Bank Center.
Ocean First Bank Center. The broadcast area is on the scorer's table, or is it? I don't know. I've only been there once.
Scorer's table's on the other side.
So I'm wrong. Never mind. Disregard what I said.
That's press row, though. You got to.
Exactly. I got to experience that once.
They get it out. Open look for Standback. A three is up in Pure. I don't even think that hit the net.
Yeah, him and Smith were dialing that one up for a while. Got a couple of off-ball screens and just firing a bounce pass down low. Smith found Standback, and Smith's been one of the best playmakers on the floor tonight in addition to his three-point shooting.
Standback again for three, and one more. He's fouled, and he's got one more at the line, a chance for a rare four-point play.
Yeah, Intern has just exploded from the three-point line here in this third quarter. It's been a lot of Standback and a lot of Chris Smith. What a job just finding the opening.
What a job. I mean, Standback and Smith, it's been a barrage of just long-range buckets, as the Intern Helpers have exploded for now 39 in this third quarter. RKE's got 30, and they're being outscored by 9.
Yeah, the defense they haven't been able to contain the outside.
Here's Gillette. Offensive foul. Salnev stood in there and took the charge.
Yeah, Salnev had been looking for that charge. Just kind of stepped in front a couple times tonight and didn't get it. A couple of those times, but that time, nice job placing it and just standing down and drawing the contact.
And Sean Gallagher is irate. No. Welcome to the JSBL, where no one is happy with what the refs are doing. A lot of the calls that have been made have actually benefited Gallagher's team tonight.
I think his frustration on that one was whether it was in the restricted area. We don't have the circle in the paint, as you can see.
That's a need. As Treadwell, they can hold for the final shot, it seems like. Treadwell makes his move, pull up two is Pure, and that's the quarter. Just a dominant third quarter. Intern Helpers score 41 points. They lead RKE by 24 as we head to the fourth. Start in the fourth quarter after a massive barrage of three-pointers in that third for the Intern Helpers. They were 6 of 13 from 3 in that third quarter, thanks to Chris Smith and James Stanback. Here's a drive. That one, another turnover. This time Banks commits one. Salnave rises, fires, shot off the glass, no good. It'll go back to RKE. Here's Gillette. Gillette with his back to the basket, working on Stanback. And threw it out of bounds. That's the 12th turnover for RKE tonight. Just compared to just 5 for Intern Helpers.
Yeah, it's been a big reason for the momentum boost that Intern has been able to get in some of these runs that they've gone on. They've forced turnovers.
RKE, 10 of 19 in that third quarter, and yet they still got outscored by 9. And it's just one of those nights sometimes. It's Gillette, excellent defense by Stanback down low. He gets his own miss, puts one back up and off the glass and in. I mean, Nico Gillette was not going to be stopped there. Smith finds a cutting Treadwell. Smith has 27 points right now, along with those 8 assists. He finds Stanback, who rises, fires, no on a 3. Smith was looking for number 9. Here's Gillette. Gillette gets it inside to Sumbry, who had positioning and then got denied by Stanback. Gillette had 24 through 3. Smith shot fake on a 3, drives, kicks, hauled, pass deflected and stolen by RKE. That pass deflected and stolen by Intern Helpers. And Chris Smith, an open easy layup. He's got 29.
And again, they've done this all without Christian Lyons, who's going to check in at the next stoppage. He picked up his 5th foul fairly early in that third quarter. They've been without him ever since. He's one of their top offensive options, but they fared off pretty well without him.
Yeah, Gillette gets the finish on Hall.
And, I mean, a big reason why the lead ballooned for Intern Helpers, it's kind of just simple math at this point.
Smith pull-up just missed.
I mean, in the third quarter, Intern Helpers shot 6 of 13 from 3. In the third quarter, RKE Athletic attempted 0.
As they get their first 3 in the second half, they're just 2 of 11 for the game. Armstrong able to hit there.
So when you're, obviously, I mean, at this point, you're minus 11 three-pointers, which translates you're minus 33 from the outside. You're not going to win a lot of games.
And it counteracts the plus that they have on the inside the 2-point line. Gillette spins, puts one up and in.
And even then, they entered the quarter with the same amount of 2-point baskets.
As we have a timeout on the floor, Intern Helpers takes it with 7:05 to play here in the fourth quarter. .05 to play in the fourth quarter after the Intern Helpers timeout. They still lead by 17, but RKE has gone on a 9-2 run to start the fourth quarter.
And again, it's been a lot in the inside. Let's see if they can hit some threes that could make this competitive as long as they keep playing some strong defense. And Treadwell's just been cooking all night long.
it's been that way. As we had a little technical difficulty. Apologize. Treadwell a chance to now get up to 30 for the game. And he has been.
That's 4 fouls on Nico Gillette. He has 24 points, or he had 24 points through 3 quarters. The only RKE athletic player above 20 points. Other guys in double figures, Denzel Banks at 10, and an 11 apiece for Dane Morin and Shaq Scott.
Ball on the ground, another turnover for RKE. Here comes Standback, Euro to the lane, left-handed finish. Couldn't get it to go. Oh my goodness, what a block there by Salve to stop a 3-on-1.
Yeah, he timed that perfectly. Made sure not to get too much hand contact. A little bit's okay. You can usually get away with a little bit without the foul. It's very easy going across the body as well to get called for a foul, but it just avoided it.
And they turn it over again. Here comes Standback. Wide open for 3, fires and could not hit. Lyons, the rebound ripped away from him by Shaq Scott. And then they turn it over again. Oh, long high pass to Lyons, who finishes with the alley-oop.
Yeah, that had to feel cathartic for him. He'd barely been in the game since really halfway through the second quarter. Finally gets some action and gets a lob.
Just beautiful basketball right now by Intern helpers. Forcing good. Look at this defense as Gillette spins and hits in the face of Salnave.
Yeah, that was, you're not kidding. That was some tough defense from Salnave, especially considering he's got a bit of a size mismatch against Gillette. Stood his ground. It was a good contest, but better offense from Gillette.
Here's Lyons. Feeds Salnave from the corner. A 3 is short. Almost got his own miss. Here's a lob. A finish for Gillette. Showed off a little bit afterwards, too.
Yeah, he's made his mark on this game. He's been the main guy for RKE. He's really been able to get downhill kind of at will. I feel like not many have been able to contain him when it comes to just getting to a spot.
Tell you what, if they get him, if he comes in their playoff game as a Treadwell's fouled, he'll shoot 2. I think that's going to be number 5 on Gillette. With Cardesi and Collins, that's where you got to feel confident with RKE because they're missing their 2 best players tonight.
Yeah. And they've been on a bit of a skid also without Cardesi for a lot of it. He's kind of the engine of the offense. So they've put in a lot of different guys to play a lot of different roles, but if he's back for playoff time, it'll be they'll definitely have a much better chance.
First one goes. Minor Jersey Shore Breaks tryouts are August 23rd, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at St. Rose High School in Belmar, New Jersey. Profile pictures, measurements, height, weight, wingspan, and hand size are recommended. Max vertical standing, vertical shuttle run, agility, 40 speed, on-court drills, 3v3 and 5v5 player interviews, and $200 a person, all at this tryout. Be sure to check it out.
And a lot of the guys that you see here tonight, particularly for intern helpers, play for the Jersey Shore Breaks, so a lot of talent on that team.
As you can see, getting a bird's eye view of the talent that the Jersey Shore Breaks have as Sumbry spins and puts one up and in off the glass with under 5 to play. Here's Smith. In double-double territory. He's going to step back on a 3. Hit the side of the rim, no good. And the rebound was tracked down for a second by Banks, and then he threw it out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. With 4:39 to play, Intern helpers clinching their first ever 2 seed in the JSBL. Fourth quarter, 4:38 to play. Danny Zerski, Alec Crowthable, Intern Helpers closing in on their first ever two-seeded. It's going to be more a little bit of a celebration for them as they're going to take out RKE Athletic for the second straight night, or second straight game. As Salnave, how did he get that to go in?
How did he even get it off is the other question. I mean, he was falling away. Moran was contesting. He just kind of fired it at the rim, and that's kind of indicative of the offensive effort for Intern Helpers.
Incredible basket there.
And now Gillette getting triple teamed.
And they turn it over again. They got numbers. Lions couldn't quite finish on the alley-oop. Here's Moran, drives, denied, but the rebound comes right to Denzel Banks, who puts it in. And a technical.
Yeah, they gave it to Boogie Ford, who was on the bench.
Well, we told you there was going to be a technical at some point, and there it is.
I don't know what he could have said, and I think Ford just picked up another one, unless, yeah, they gave him another one. I don't know what he could have said to get tossed from the bench.
That's now 3 straight games where these refs, this pair of refs have ejected someone.
I'm not sure what could have been said.
Who do you think? What do you think the betting odds are on the who's going to be the fourth person to get ejected with these two refs?
I mean, I guess it depends who's playing.
I got to get Boogie Ford out of the game. We'll keep playing. I mean,
I guess it was only. Well, he shot 2 shots, so it was a double technical. I don't know why he is still here.
Smith is off, lays it off the glass with the left hand. That leads back to 22 as that one rolls and dies off the rim. Treadwell saved it to Standback. Standback rises, fires on a 3, no, and that hit out of bounds. The last game is for the regular season championship, and it's a rematch of last year's JSBL championship game. Seaview Jeep takes on Stearns Trailer.
And both these teams are going to be at least fairly close to full strength. We already see Justin Robinson here for Seaview Jeep, as well as Chris Brady, also Jakari Spence. I believe that's Brian Antoine out there. Also, both those for Stearns Trailer. It's going to be a good one to decide the regular season crown.
It's going to be like the All-Star game tonight. As you have also, if you're Seaview, you have Jones, Rice, and Robinson. Could be 3 guys that make all JSBL first team this year. Those will be out tomorrow as Gillette couldn't finish. Under 3 to play. Oh, long lob to Lions. Who finished? Wow.
That was from half court. My goodness.
Just a beautiful brand of basketball that this Intern Helpers team is playing right now.
And they're looking for him again.
Some razzle-dazzle as well as RKE.
I don't really know why
they touched it.
I don't really know why Banks waited to touch that ball, but all right.
Gillette got it in the foul. But just what an unbelievable turnaround for the Intern Helpers. Didn't win a game last year. Were oh so close to winning in the first round against the same RKE team and lost. And now, almost exactly a year later to the day, the Intern Helpers are going to be clinching the number 2 seed in the JSBL and going to 6-2 on the season.
Yeah, they went 0-8 last year.
As Lions couldn't quite corral that one. He's come down, and the windmill! How about a burger and a hot dog, too?
Oh, my goodness. He is showing off tonight.
He's been sensational as let the finger roll goes.
He's looking for it again.
Smith trying to get to that 10th assist. This time, the jelly roll off the glass is good. 125-103. This one's going to turn into a dunk contest as Gillette rises and climbs the ladder to finish.
There we go again.
Now they swing it, stand back, fires from the corner and hits. tell you what, he has been another guy. So many guys that have played well tonight for the intern helpers, and they are not going to be an easy out in the playoffs.
Absolutely. I mean, they're the 2 seed. They've played remarkably well all year long. I want to say that's their 5th straight win. They started the season 1-2.
And Lateef Harris played for them, and they have not lost a game in the Lateef Harris era.
It's a great point by you.
Stand back, shot fake, 3, no. Another one that looked like it went in. Here comes Scott, dangerous intentions, and he lays it in. I did not think that was where that was going to end up. I thought he was going to slam it. Under a minute to play here in this one. Treadwell, pull up, short, rebound Lions, and then Armstrong hit it off him. 47.9 to play. Just all the acquisitions that this intern helpers team made. A Singleton in the game, missing on a 3. It was Chris Smith, the only holdover from last year. Everyone else knew. And no Brookdale guys, no Thomas Menegas, who was on the team last year for them. They really went all out and got some great veteran pro talent. Lions, a guy that played on Larson, who just laid it in there.
Yeah, they went after a lot of experience.
And it benefited them greatly. Here's Singleton, rises on after the catch and shoot, no. Rebound Scott, and he lost it out of bounds. Another turnover for RKE.
I think Lions is calling for one more lob.
Why not? Why not give it to him? Close this one out, 11.5 to play. And he threw it right to Gillette, who windmilled, and then that ball got sent in outer space.
Ceiling violation. Thank you, Dave.
We've never had one of those before.
I don't think it's ever been called that. Oh, boy.
Here's Lions. Oh, yeah! And that's going to end it.
Can I give it a 10? I give it a 10.
That's a dunk contest winner right there. Lions with the in between the legs.
I give 10 out of 10.
And the intern helpers are going to clinch the number 2 seed in the JSBL. What a unbelievable season for them. They close the season winning 5 straight and will go into the playoffs playing the number 7 Northern New Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, they really have a chance to make a run here with how they play, their style of play, and if they got Chris Smith for this playoff run, the trio of him and James Standback and Josh Treadwell can be really dangerous as their top shot makers.
Alec, we'll be back with the start of game number 1 right after this on the JSBL Hoops YouTube channel.
Alec Cradamel here with the Jersey Shore Basketball League, here with our star of the game from game one of our doubleheader, a 132 to 107 win for Intern Helpers over RKE Athletics. Star of the game, Chris Smith here with us now, 35 points, 9 rebounds. How'd you feel out there today?
I felt great. You know, in the short term, like I said, I had just got off of a flight from Columbia. We just won the championship over there with my team. So I feel great to be back in New Jersey in the Jersey Shore League.
Well, first off, congratulations on the championship. You were on this team last year, was not able to get a win on the ledger this year, 6-2. Obviously, you haven't been here for a ton of these games, but what do you think has been the biggest difference for Intern Helpers this year?
I think the biggest difference is we actually have, and no disrespect to any of the other players in our previous, but we have actual, better basketball players and guys who actually played at some sort of high level. So it's, it's a different atmosphere now.
Absolutely. One of those guys, James Stanback, Josh Treadwell as well, had a really strong game. I mean, playing with those guys, also playing with them on the Jersey Shore breaks. How has that familiarity helped you?
It helps me out a lot. I've known Josh. He's a little younger than me, but I've known him for a while. I played against Stanback with the Capitals. He played, with them. But now these guys are, hopefully going to join our team with the Jersey Shore breaks. And, a lot of the guys here that you see now will be, the hometown team.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned, a native of New Jersey, you and your brother JR as well. You played a lot of different places, obviously at Louisville and then overseas in Israel a lot as well. How much do you love repping your home of New Jersey, whether you're, in Louisville, your short stint with the Knicks, overseas? I mean, how does it feel to rep your home state?
When you're from Jersey, you're only from Jersey, nowhere else. It's Jersey or nothing.
Absolutely, you got that right. Well, Chris Smith, our star of the game. Obviously, you mentioned playing with the breaks. And what's next for you in basketball after this season?
What's next right now? I have another opportunity to play for another team in Columbia after this. I have another opportunity in Israel, but most importantly, I will be home to play for the breaks, when it's time. And in the short term, I'm just here to enjoy the JSBL and continue to enjoy my family while I'm here.
Are we going to see you in the playoffs for Intern Helpers?
I'll be here for the rest of the playoffs.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. Chris Smith, fresh off a 35-point, 9-assist performance, fresh off a plane ride as well. Very impressive. 35 points, 9 rebounds for Intern Helpers. They clinched the 2-seed, 5-game win streak. They moved to 6-2. Chris Smith, our star of the game. Chris, congrats on a great game tonight, and best of luck in the season and wherever basketball takes you.
I appreciate you. Thanks.